And speaking of fall, we are still in road construction season, though. We have a few reminders for you about projects in West Fargo. It could slow down your drive starting this morning. Eastbound 13th Avenue from 3rd to 6th Streets East will be down to 1 lane for some underground repair work. That project should take about 2 weeks.
Also starting today, concrete repairs on 9th Street East will impact your commute through mid-November. Watch for intermittent lane reductions between 2nd and 13th Avenues during the work week. This job is expected to wrap up around November 19th.
Up next, North Dakota's Attorney General decides if officers involved in a deadly standoff in Mapleton will face any criminal charges.
Plus, a North Dakota man gets maximum prison time for producing child pornography right here in the FM area. You're watching the Valley Today.
Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Just every day, it's something new, it's something different. We're production welding, but every day it's just a different product, another line coming down, so you're not doing the repetitive same thing day in and day out.
Back by popular demand. When you shop Furniture Row,
you pay what we pay.
That's right. For a limited time, our employee pricing is available to everyone. Get 15% off any single item when you spend $9.99 or more. That means you can save big on that perfect sofa, dining table, bed, or Denver Mattress brand mattress.
Our discount is your discount.
Plus 4 years, no interest, and check out special purchases while they last. But hurry, employee pricing at Furniture Row ends soon.
At Bathfitter of Minnesota, we offer one-day installation, ensuring you end the day with a better bathroom than the one you woke up with. And that's a lifetime guarantee. Call today and get $1,000 off and interest-free financing for 18 months from Bathfitter of Minnesota.
Time to make big plans to see Chris Lane at Shooting Star Casino. He'll hit the stage Friday, September 23rd, live in Mahnomen. Come hear hits like I Don't Know About You, Fix, and Fill Them Boots. Tickets to see Chris Lane are on sale now and start at just $41. Purchase yours at starcasino.com.
After visiting the Center for Pain Medicine, my life has really turned around. I was suffering from severe pain in both my knees for the last 4 or 5 years. Work was becoming difficult. I had trouble bending over, tying my shoes, crossing my legs, climbing ladders. That's when I decided to call Center for Pain Medicine. I received regenerative medicine treatment by using my own stem cells. It's a complete life changer for me. I've been able to successfully manage my pain, keep working pain-free, and really enjoy life once again.
On the next Rides with Jay Thomas.
This is a trip back in time. The one and only Butch Patrick. You pulled the pool out. This stuff is the real deal that we're looking at.
Yeah. Rides, weekends on Valley News Live.
4 Fargo police officers who shot and killed a Mapleton man last month have been cleared of any wrongdoing. That shooting happened August 1st outside of a home in Mapleton, where a shots fired call turned into an hours-long standoff with 35-year-old Andrew Martinez.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley shows us some of that body cam footage from the day and why officials say that shooting was justified.
Andrew, this is the police. Can you come over to us?
For hours, local law enforcement say they pleaded with Andrew Martinez to surrender peacefully and to come out of his Mapleton home unarmed.
We're not here to hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. We want to get you some help.
Cass County deputies were initially called to the home for shots fired, later learning Martinez may be experiencing a mental health crisis. And shortly after getting on scene.
Shot fired. Second shot fired.
While no one was hurt by those shots, officials say it escalated the situation. prompting a shelter in place for neighbors, and deputies called in backup from the North Dakota Highway Patrol, Fargo and West Fargo Police, and the Metro Street Crimes Unit.
Mr. Martinez told negotiators several times that he would be coming outside with a firearm.
Officials say despite desperate pleas to Martinez from his father, his brother, and conversations with negotiators, nearly 5 hours after officers first arrived on scene, body camera footage shows Martinez as he starts to come out of his front door, and officials say Martinez pointed an AR-15 rifle at officers.
Front door, AR rifle.
Drop it, man!
The video, shown Monday morning, stops before 4 officers fired what officials say were more than 20 rounds at Martinez, hitting him 5 times and killing him.
They were left with no alternative. They have people living all around the area.
We, as law enforcement, do not train to wait to see what happens because lives can be lost at that point.
When asked if law enforcement could have left the scene and hoped Martinez would have de-escalated himself, Sheriff Johnner says that wasn't an option.
If we drove away, what if that individual came out of the house and hurt someone else?
Sheriff Johnner says his office will use this incident as a training tool going forward and says they will continue to keep the Martinez family in their prayers. Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
The Martinez family says they're saddened the officers' actions were deemed justified, and they say they wish more would have been done to protect Andrew.
They are now calling on law enforcement to reevaluate how they respond to people that are experiencing these mental health crises. A Spirit Lake, North Dakota man is going to prison for 30 years for producing and distributing child pornography.
Police were tipped off to the case involving Johnson Tullifson. You see him there on your screen after the website Tumblr reported that the user uploaded child porn in December of 2019. He produced child pornography in Dilworth involving a toddler and distributed it to other Tumblr users. And our consumer alert coming up about a healthier choice frozen meal being recalled. That's because of some mislabeling.
And Hollywood's most popular sign is getting a fresh new coat. Keep it right here. This is the Valley Today.